training group. It was really easy to do, really easy to do. But yeah, but a little bit of homework and a little bit of structure, you can go to a vertical and rent the asset that you create. Very powerful. Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Awesome,
man.
Eric. Thank you. Appreciate you being on the call and thank you for sharing. All right, so I've got some questions here. So really good question. I'm just going to bring you into the call here, Eric, so I can answer that question for you. Where are you, Eric? Hey, Eric, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. So your question here
Yes,
is,
I'm here.
I got you. Once you get to 10,000 a month in recurring revenue, what would your expected earn be? So what I recommend is that your cost of delivery is roughly 30%, and your gross profit margin, that 30% also includes you being paid, right? And your gross profit margin is 70%. So if your costs were 3 out of 10,000, if your costs were 3, your profit is 7, right? Most of that initially as a freelancer is going to be net. Okay, so to get 10 grand, you'd want to be making at least between 13 and 15 grand, will give you 10 grand net in your back pocket. Yeah. That's just to give you an example as an income, right? So you might go, that might be 3 clients at, you know, 3 grand a month, or 4 clients at 3 grand. 4 clients at 3 grand a month is going to put $10,000 pretty much net in your back pocket, right? So that's the ratio. So now if I'm using a resource partner to do the deliverable, let's say I'm using somebody like Invisible PPC or Facebook Ad Labs, and they charge me a fee for that service, that goes into 30% of my cost. What I've said to people is charge 3 times the cost. That is your profit. However, one thing that I will teach you through this process, Eric, is to price on value, not on cost. Sometimes you're going to price on cost, and sometimes you can actually get away with pricing on value. And pricing on value has a much greater return than pricing based on cost as a commodity, right? So from a cost point of view, you're always going to charge triple the price, because that makes it 100% on cost. Well, most people would say double the price, and that's 100%. If you're doubling the price and you still, let's say your cost of delivery is $1,000, and you say, okay, I'm going to charge 2,000, then 1,000 goes to the supplier, and I get to keep $1,000. Essentially, what you've done is you've actually calculated 50% on retail, right? Because even though you're doubling the price, you only get to keep half of the revenue. But if you triple the price, you get to keep 100%. So if your cost is 1,000 and you charge 3,000, you get to keep 2,000 and your costs are 1,000. So that goes to 30%, 70% ratio. Got it?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you instruct that.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Can I have another question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at the my LinkedIn, there's about 18,000 brokers, real estate brokers.
Yep.
I think you on the previous call talked about click to call.
Yep.
So how would I formulate like an offer for that approach?
Okay, so are we talking about click to call for people for listings, or click to call for people to buy property? Which do they want, listings or buys? I know real estate agents want listings. Yeah.
Yeah, they want the listings. Yeah, the leveraging.
All right, so AdWords and Facebook can work for realty brokers. So the thing that I would say to a real estate guy is to say, you know, can I bring you 20 to 30 hot sellers? Can I bring you? Is it possible? Can I bring you 20 to 30 hot sellers every single month to list property, right? Okay, or can I bring you at least 10 hot sellers every month? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to target people who want to sell their property, and the only phone call you're going to get is somebody who's interested in inquiring about selling their property through you. Is that something, Mr. Real Estate Agent, that you'd be interested in? Every real estate agent that I know would be interested in that. Okay, the only call you're going to get is somebody who's calling you because they want to list a property. They're not calling you to inquire about listing. They're calling you because they're interested in listing a property. So you can target your advertising campaign towards, hey, get the best price, get the best support, get the best service list, right? One thing I do know with real estate brokers, Eric, is they've got big egos. Real estate brokers have got really big egos, right? So what we want to do is we want to play to some of those egos. The best way to play to real estate ego is, can we put your face on everybody's phone in the local market who is between this age and this age, owns one property and an investment property, and has an interest in either buying or selling real estate? Can we make you famous? Yeah?
Okay.
So because can I put your face as the recognized expert in selling real estate in your market on the phones of every male or female between the ages of 30 and 55 who owns a piece of property and owns an investment property, who may be interested in either listing with you or buying from you? Can I put you in front of those people? Your face in front of those people, so they get to know you, right?
Right. Okay.
That's an awesome strategy.
Good,
yeah, because the real estate guys say, yeah, I'll put my face in. What's it going to cost me? How are we going to do this, right? I would, to me, the strategy, to me, the strategy would be a Facebook ad strategy, having the real estate agent say, hey, this is what I will do to help you sell your property. These are the properties that I've sold. These are the Facebook would be very powerful. A YouTube video ads with a Facebook would be powerful. AdWords would work if you were linking to a landing page out to the market. But to be famous, you want their face on the ads. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, sounds good. All
right. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate you being on the call, and I'm really looking forward to helping you over the coming weeks. John, how do I get face-to-face meetings with ophthalmologists? So let's get to you, John. Found Association, American Academy of Ophthalmology, $299. I just want to read these out. Chicago Conference, October 27. Awesome. I would definitely find out about them before I went to those. Okay, so Miguel, I'm going to get to your question. John, I'm going to unmute you, and let's do this, John. Now, if you've got a microphone, you there, John?
Can you hear me?
Got you loud and clear, like we're sitting next door to each other. Thank you.
I'm in a restaurant, but it's all right.
That's all right. What are we having for lunch?
Just a little veggie sandwich here.
All right. So, John, you found an association for ophthalmologists? Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, I just was looking online as we were you were discussing. Yeah.
Now, do you in that website, do they have find an ophthalmologist in the website?
I'm just looking at it. It looks like a lot of education, clinical education, practice management, member services. Looks like pretty technical. Advocacy, foundation, about. Okay, find an ophthalmologist. Yes, it does have this section here.
There you go. So does it ask you to search via zip code or location?
Find an ophthalmologist. Let's see here. Pay dues. Find an ophthalmologist. I'm getting very slow internet. So, oh yeah, find an ophthalmologist by zip code.
So where are you right now, John?
At this moment, I'm by the San Francisco airport, even though I live usually in the North Bay by Santa Rosa.
Okay, so what's a typical...
I can put a Santa Rosa zip code. I can put 95403.
Okay, so just type in 95403 and see what comes up.
Okay. Really slow internet for some reason.
Is it giving you an alphabetical listing? Is it giving you a listing, a map? What's it giving you?
It's giving me a circle.
Oh, it's
churning circle.
It's doing the search.
Yeah.
Circle of death. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. No, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 11. Give me 11
Okay.
ophthalmologists
So-
in Santa Rosa.
Does it give you the name of the ophthalmologist, the actual owner?
Yep.
It does.
Sean,
There you
Matthew,
go.
Patrick,
Yeah.
Michael.
Awesome.
Mark.
So now you've got names, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Very thing that you want. So you can actually use a scraping tool like Scrapebox to actually go in and scrape that entire website and rip the whole database off the website. Now, if you don't know how to do it, you can get somebody on Fiverr or somebody on Upwork to do it for you, and they'll rip out however many members are in that group, right? So it'll give you, so then you're going to have every name of every ophthalmologist off that website, right? That could be 1,000.
It shows their education, their specialty,
Awesome.
office phone numbers. This guy went to UC Davis in 1999.
Awesome.
His residency in Davis.
Imagine
Certified here, all his educational background.
Yep. So now you've got data, right? So now now my question to you, John, is what service do we want to sell? What do we want to do for ophthalmologists?
Well, I've been looking at invisible PPC and Facebook ads. Those are the two things.
I think for ophthalmologists, because it is a visual thing, I think Facebook would probably work really well. I know AdWords would work well for people who want to book in for things like cataracts and like there's all the different ailments that an ophthalmologist services. So it's really easy to advertise to these people because people are searching for those search terms.
Yeah.
So you can say, so there's a couple of things here. One, you can take the route or the route, depending on what country you're in, that I just mentioned to Eric, where let's make you the preeminent ophthalmologist in your local community. You know,
Right.
Let's make you be seen by all those people who have a propensity to invest in making sure that they can actually see well or see better. Let's make you the premium ophthalmologist specializing in whatever service you have. So the email might read, hey, do you want to be the most recognized ophthalmologist in your local market and make you famous, but more importantly, to attract the attention of people to have an appointment with you or a consultation with you to check out, to have their life.
Yeah.
Just reply with your cell number or just reply yes or no. That's at the 127-minute mark of this. Go back and listen to the email and shoot it out there. And I would don't go and shoot out 1,000 or 100 or whatever. Just go and shoot out 20 of them. Just see if you get a bit of a response, right? The minimum test or a variable test will be a couple of hundred. That I would go out to, because then I'm looking for a conversion rate of a yes out of a couple of hundred. But your email could take that philosophy of be recognized, be seen in your local market. I would love to put your clinic in the hands of every person in the local community who should know that you're the leading ophthalmologist in your local community. Should we have a quick chat about it? Just leave your phone number and I'll call and I'll show you how we can make that happen. Yeah.
In this case, they don't have any of the emails. I guess I'd have to call up and try.
You don't have to call them up to get the emails. So what you do is you go to the website. When you scrape the whole thing, it'll scrape the websites as well. So go to the website and you can see the protocol for the email. So it'll be like, super eyes.
It doesn't even have websites. It just has their name and phone number and address and all their history.
So you can actually put that information into Google and use the website.
Yeah, I could have. Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to do this. You can get somebody to go and do this for $5 to.
Oh yeah, I have a VA. I have a VA who works for me.
Yeah, so you don't have to stress about I don't have a website. It's not hard to find. Because I would imagine businesses do have a website. Yeah.
Unless maybe some of them are working for Kaiser or some big thing.
Exactly, and there are those as well. But you've got a strategy, you've got a list now, you've got names. You can search in a more affluent environment where there is a bigger practice. San Francisco is just south of you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one zip code. I got 11. That's just one zip code, so I could. Yeah. Hundreds of zip codes, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, or you can, well, you don't need the zip codes. You just get the scraper to go in and it'll scrape the whole list for you without the zip codes. So it'll just scrape the scraper will go and sit in and pick up all the details off the actual site because you've been able to search. It means that that site you can actually have a bot going in there and searching, for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, John.
Okay.
That's awesome. Nice find.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we got here. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. Oh, Eugene's asking me if I teach the simple ranking strategy. So, I don't teach it. I can certainly give you, just ping me an email and say, hey, John, can you share the strategy I use to rank sites really easily? It still works today, and I'll give you it'll give you a step-by-step outline of roughly what I did. So yeah, it's a pretty involved process, Eugene. I would pay somebody else to do it. It's like setting up a niche site, basically. So if you want to know more, just ping me. Okay, John at the consultingunleashed.com, and I'll put that out for you. I currently have a fertility clinic client, and I'm able to use Facebook ads to fill free educational events for. That's 100 people I'm to bring in, all interested in fertility treatments. That's my case study. There are many other, oh man, fertility clinics, Eugene, is huge, and there is an association that specializes in that area. So yes, I would definitely do the same thing. Go and find the Association of Fertility Clinics. It is a very big business, Eugene. Some of the consultants I worked with actually do AdWords for fertility clinics, and they successfully generate clients. I believe with fertility clinics, Facebook is a very powerful strategy. If you've already got a case study, then you can go to all the fertility clinics and say, hey, would you like to fill your events of women who are interested in fertility support and help? I've got a system that already works, and we can apply it to your situation. That's an easy win, Eugene. That's an easy win to get out there. So Miguel, just give me a second. So, John, let me answer your question. Last week, help me. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to answer two questions here. First of all, I'm going to go to Miguel, answer your questions. John, I'm going to answer your question as well with a strategy. So, Miguel, I'm going to unmute you, and then we're going to do John M. So, Miguel. Hey, Miguel, how you doing? Can you hear me?
John, yes, I can hear it. Can you hear me?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Okay, so you got 6,000 LinkedIn people?
Correct.
Okay. My only question with those 6,000 LinkedIn people, are they from every source of every different type of business, or are they in a vertical?
Predominantly SaaS and the IT services industry.
Okay. So when you say IT services, are you talking about people who are managing data cloud management systems? Are you talking about those types of people?
Correct,
Or server network protection and support, multiple desktop support for businesses, backup, that sort of stuff? We're talking about that sort of stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a niche. That's one niche. The other niche was, sorry, just remind me, the other niche?
SaaS. SaaS industry. So people who create software for the HR services, just about anyone who creates software for, well, basically in the SaaS industry.
So they run a SaaS business.
Yes.
And they run big SaaS businesses, or they run small SaaS businesses. Big business, 10 million up. Small business, 1 million.
So far, it's a subscription base, like a $7 per month. So it's at the moment I've only spoken to one HR person. He's only selling here in Australia. and they're selling it subscription based, so it's pretty low.
Okay, so you look, if I was going to work with SaaS or if I was going to work with software, I would look at enterprise software because enterprise software, the value is so much higher. If I was working with a SaaS with subscriptions, I'd be looking at subscriptions that are $100 a month plus. So the average customer is a $1,200 per month customer, right? Excuse me. Those are two very separate markets that you're talking about. Okay, the IT service professionals, what they want, there's a couple of parts of this industry. There's those guys that do cloud management and Wi-Fi installation and cybersecurity protection for places like offices, venues. Some of them will specialize in multi-desk type businesses. So the best customers to me are light industrial customers because they've got multi-desks. So anyway, so in what part of Australia are you from, Miguel?
Melbourne.
Okay, so Melbourne, you've got places like Hoppers Crossing, you've got places like Airport West, you've got Ferntree Gully, you've got Warragul, you've got all these areas that are light industrial areas. Like if we were in Sydney, you'd be looking at North Ryde and those and Mascot and those areas where there are light industrial areas. So these areas have hot desks. Like these people have buildings with more than 10, 15 computers in them. Yes? Right?
Yes. Sorry, did you say light industrial area?
Yeah, light industrial areas. So, places have got showrooms and, there's so many suburbs. Well, there's quite a number of suburbs in Melbourne which have these pockets, these light industrial pockets. If you look at Laylaw, Epping, those areas, they're all attached to major highways, and this is where light industry is. So these are like manufacturing, factory, showrooms, all that sort of stuff, factory direct, all these types of businesses. Yeah, all these businesses have, they need IT support and they run multiple desks. Yes.
Oh yes, yeah.
Right. So who do IT service people want? They want people with lots of desks, lots of installations, lots of desktops, access points. They want people with multiple access points to Wi-Fi, multiple access points to hardware and servers, yes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the way this industry works, it works on contracts and it works on service contracts. So they charge a fee. The way they get the business is to do an audit. So that's how most of these guys get an audit. The majority of these businesses, they win their business through referrals. Always somebody goes, hey, who's your IT people? And they'll say, these are the people we use, right? So a lot of these businesses, and by the way, they're terrible at selling. They're horrible and hopeless at selling, right? Because most of their business is won through referral, all right? So, however, people looking for IT support all day long. So there's two angles for these guys. First angle is protect your data. Second angle is, cybersecurity, right? Don't get hacked, don't get creamed, don't let your business be held to ransom. It's not about putting antivirus in there. It's about making sure that you're protecting yourself in the cloud. Yes?
Yes.
That makes sense? Yeah. So, so that's what I would be, with the IT guys, I would be sitting and saying, hey, if you're looking for clients with multiple hot desks, if we were targeting light commercial industry centers for clients, let's go and have a chat, yeah?
Okay.
I would imagine that you want people paying $3,000 to $6,000 a month for contracts for your IT services. If I can show you a way in which we can target and introduce your business to companies that will spend between $3,000 and $6,000 a month on IT contract services, then I think we should talk. If you want to know more, just reply with your phone number or just say yes to this email and we can set up a time and show you how we can do it. You need to, if you look at the 137-minute mark of the recording, that's your pitch, yeah?
Okay, yeah. So
I would create a 4-email sequence, right? So second email will go, hey, I just want to make sure you got the first email. I'm not sure if this is interest to you, but if you want to target a company that's going to spend between $3,000 and $6,000 a month in IT support and services with multiple hot desks in light commercial areas, let's have a chat. Yeah. Third email is, hey, love to know what you think about the idea of proactively engaging customers that have multiple hot desks and require cybersecurity and also cloud support for their service systems online, and a simple strategy to engage them, yes or no. And the last one is, hey, are you interested in engaging commercial services and businesses that have between 10 and 50 seats and systems and require cloud support and data protection online for their services? If you want to know more, just reply with your cell number and I'll give you a call. Okay?
Sounds great. Yeah.
So that's your sequence. I've literally laid out your sequence right there for you. So
Okay. So
go on.
Sorry. So drop SaaS and then just concentrate on the IT services.
I think IT services is a quicker win. I think SaaS, you got to understand the business. You know, with SaaS, you got to understand what the frustration is. Is it users? Is it retention? You need to go to the market and you need to do your homework to be able to target that market. Yeah. With IT support, you can still do the homework, but to me, it's a purchase based on either a need or an emergency, like problems. You know, do you have an emergency right now? Do you have a problem right now? Do you have, do you need, let's look at your IT structure so that you're not wasting money, and more importantly, so you're protecting your data. Are you protecting your data against your own employees? That's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, funny you said that, John, because I came from an IT background, and that's predominantly what I did for the last 30 years, just corporate IT support, project management and that. Yeah.
So use your knowledge to get in, and the big thing is they can generate clients online, and even LinkedIn is a very, very easy way to generate clients. But I would reach out and say, hey, do you want to know, how you can get access to these types of clients, and that's where I would start. Okay.
As in call them instead of sending.
You don't need to call them. I would send the email, not call them. Send the email and see if they're interested. And then if anybody opens the email, right? And by the way, with LinkedIn, what I would generally do is I would make the connection in LinkedIn, but I would take the conversation or the communication outside of LinkedIn. Right?
That's what I've been doing using Skype. Yeah.
Yeah, it's much easier to email direct than wait for people on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, not everybody opens up their LinkedIn account every day. Sometimes it takes a week or two for people to get back to you. Whereas if you go email, if you find them in LinkedIn and then start marketing into them direct outside of LinkedIn, you're going to get a much better chance. Okay?
Okay. So drop the lead gen service?
Now you can do the lead gen service, right? But you can do the lead gen for that market.
Okay.
Because they want leads. They want leads.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, they want customers who want to bring them in to do an assessment on their needs. Yeah. That's how IT support works. First of all, we've got to do an audit on what's connected here. We need to see where things are at. We need to see your licenses. We need to see your systems. We need to see if the service protected properly and placed in the correct area. All those sorts of things. Yes. You need to do an assessment. So the first introduction is to do an assessment. Yeah?
Yes.
That's an offer. Okay?
Okay, great. So just create a workflow for that and then take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Miguel. Appreciate that.
Thank you, John.
All right. So John M. Here we go. You there, John?
Yes.
Awesome. Mate, massive market. So your market, in terms of, if I would say the coaching market, where are you based, by the way?
Nashville,